Hey folks, welcome back, another Genshin Impact video, and today we're going to talk a bit about Ayato, right? And mostly his weapons. So, again, I do not fully out yet, so all the little details, this and that, grain of salt, please, grain of salt, until he's officially released in the game. Nothing, obviously, that we know over here is final. So, anyways, Ayato's weapons. This guy, a sword character, obviously, right? He actually has a really nice slew of weapons outside of just his signature, because obviously most characters, their signature is, generally their best weapon. I say most. Looking at you, Chong-Li and Vortex Vanquisher. I'm still very salty about that, but anyways, it looks so cool. But yeah, let's talk a bit about Ayato. So when looking at Ayato and looking at his weapons, right? Just looking at like what sort of weapons you want to prepare yourself, right? Maybe level up, maybe try to save your gems to go for, right? Look at, what you have. If you have, the weapons that you need for him, because that's generally what we're looking for before the character releases, right? Because weapons are usually a big chunk of your damage as a damage healer, right? So, anyways, let's look at the main things that you're looking for in a weapon, right? Because most of his damage is going to be coming from his E over here, right? Again, he is a main damage healer. He's going to be on field a lot, right? And most of the damage is going to be coming from here, which is, again, not 100% sure, but from what we know so far, should be scales from, his normal attack damage, right? You guys know what the E looks like. It's like it's a water taunt and then slashes, which are again all his normal attacks, right? Should be from his normal attacks. And yeah, there's also the other thing to keep in mind. It also scales with his max HP, right? There's an increased damage increase that scales with his max HP for 4 stacks, right? That you could get. And he also does have his burst, which is basically Gaiu's burst, right? So, which is also solid, right? Or at least it seems solid. So yeah, that's mainly what we're looking for. His damage is dealt turning into AoE Hydro damage, right? So he's not a physical character, so just, look out for those, I guess, in your physical weapon. So let's go over the swords and see which ones. Obviously, Dull Blade, Silver Sword, those are L's. Most of the 3-star swords are L's, except for Harbinger of Dawn, obviously, probably one of the best 3-star swords that you generally have, right? Just because it gives you the extra crit rate at R5, you get solid amount, and then you also have crit damage, right? You're just there for the stats. You do have to maintain your HP above 90%, which... Good luck, I guess. We're not 100% sure if there's like iframes between his E's, right? Which is again another thing we'd have to test out when the character actually comes out. I mean, he does disappear, vanish, come back. Who knows, right? I mean, yeah, Miyako disappears, vanishes, comebacks, but she don't have no iframes on that. So, anyways, yeah, none of the others are super crazy. I'd say you can mostly ignore a lot of the 3-star swords. Yeah, none of these are that great. I guess Cold Steel maybe, but not a huge fan either personally. Anyways, moving on. Let's look at some of the 4 stars. Blackcliff Longsword is okay, just because you do have crit damage over here. In of itself is nice, right? Since there's also scale with HP, right? So crit damage would generally, I'd say, give you a bit more than attack percentage, generally, right? Again, we'll have to look at the numbers once it completely comes out, right? So yeah, it's okay. Obviously, you do have to defeat opponents for this, so there's that. Favonia Sword, generally no, because generally Favonia Swords are just for supports that want to spam their bursts, which I mean, again, his burst is fine. It's just not really what you're trying to go for. You really want to hone in on some of those E damages, right? I feel, or the E normal attack damages. So not a huge fan of Favonia Sword here either for him. Iron Sting is fine, I guess, right? Lion's Roar can situationally be good. You know, especially on like taser teams, like could be decent with Lion's Roar, right? Could be decent with Lion's Roar. What else? Protect Rancor, this is an L. It's physical damage bonus. This is an L generally. Royal Longsword. I was never a huge fan of the Royal weapons personally, so I feel like that's a bit of an L as well, right? It's like five hits to get like a, you know, up to 5 hits to get a crit. Is well, it's 40% crit, but you know, there's better weapons to get crit. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Sack Sword, not really good. His E doesn't really have too many issues with trying to, you know, needing to reset it or whatever. This might be the least useful 4-star sword. Might be for him. Ally Flash is again not the worst, but not crazy either, right? Black Sword could be nice. Black Sword could definitely be nice, right? First of all, you have you know, substat is crit rate, which is good, and also does increase your normal attack damage by 20%, which again, assuming that's how it scales, right, with his E, that should definitely be really, really nice. The heal's cool. It's not, you know, it's not anything crazy, but you know, the heals, I mean, if you actually do have that, like in some certain teams where you don't run healers, like maybe a Sukokomon team where you like replace Kokomi with like Ayato, maybe this could be nice to keep you alive, right? It's an option. It's an option, right? Yeah, no, I'm a fan of Black Sword Ayato at the moment. Again, really depends on if it's 100% confirmed, but it seems like it will be. So the Flute. There's better. Like if you really have like nothing, okay, then all right, Flute then. But like there's better options, I feel. Sort of Dissension doesn't exist. Festering Desire, again, probably shouldn't be good because it shouldn't really be based off your elemental skill damage percentage. It should be normal normal attacks, right? I can't pronounce this thing, man. Aminoma Kaguchi? Kaguchi? I'm slightly torn on this. I mean, the obvious case to use is if you really don't have enough energy regen, obviously this is very, very good for energy, especially at high refinements, right? Especially at high refinements. You could probably get your ult back relatively fast. And he is a pretty costly unit in terms of ults. I think it's like 80 energy cost. It is pretty costly. So it could definitely be really, really nice there. But if you don't have energy issues, then obviously there, you know, you could pick up something better, right? And there could definitely be certain teams where you won't have too many energies. Obviously something like with the Raiden, but if you're running him with like Xingqiu on like maybe like a taser team or something, that might be a bit, is that a bit overkill? You know what? I changed my mind. Adenoma should be nice. Adenoma should be nice. Yeah. It should be nice. Yeah, I changed my mind. He doesn't have that many great energy recharge options, right? Maybe something like Venti or something. We actually don't even know if his attacks could hit the Venti vortex thing, which is another thing. I mean, his ult definitely, but like his E, right? Cinnabar Spindle? No, not really. He's not a defense scaling character. So yeah, in terms of like 4-star weapons, right? I'd say Black Sword's solid. And Noma should be good as well, right? Theoretically. And Lion's Roar again in maybe some certain instances, right? If you're running taser teams. I'm not sure about running Vaporite teams with them though, cause he might apply a bit too much Hydro, right? So it might be vaping the other way, so it might not be that good. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about Hydro, but Electro maybe, right? Yeah, those are probably I'd say the best 4-star swords, right? One being completely free to play, right? You just straight up craft this one. This one you have to buy the battle pass, which is, you know, the battle pass, I guess. Someone consider those free, even though they literally cost money. But yeah, in terms of the 4-star swords, those are the two I generally would look at, I guess. Maybe Blackcliff is fine too. And again, 3-star Harbinger of Dawn. Moving on to 5 stars. So Aquila Favonia, probably the worst one out of all the 5-star swords, I'd say. Right, you're just not getting that much out of it. The substats physical damage bonus, right? Just gives you some attack increase, whatever, this and that. I'm not a huge fan of Aquila Favonia. Skyward Blade, it should be fine. Skyward Blade should be fine, right? I don't think it's crazy because he actually does have some really crazy 5-star weapon options, I think. But yeah, Skyward Blade is just fine. It's okay. You could use it. You know, the 5-star stats are good, but like otherwise, I do think there are better ones. Summit Shaper is also should be fine, right? Just because again, 5-star weapon, high stats here and there, and then you know the passive's not useless, right? If you do have a shield character, you could probably run Summit Shaper. Primordial Jade Cutter is gonna be great. I mean, Primordial Jade Cutter is just a great sword overall, but I think it's gonna be extra good for Ayato over here. Because of the fact that, well, first of all, crit rate, obviously, but also gives you 20% HP, and then it gives you an attack bonus based on 1.2% of the wielder's max HP. And again, do keep in mind, his E does also have a damage increase that scales off of his max HP, or his, was it current HP? Oh, current max HP, right? So it gives you extra 20% HP, which, you know, 20% of that gets taken down to, you know, again, depending on your talent level, let's say 9, right? That's a 1.03% of your max HP, right? Per stack, right? Per stack, up to 4 stacks. And then on top of that, you get the attack bonus here, you know, anyways, right? Because you probably, like, if you're looking for artifacts, right? I'm not saying HP percentage artifacts are good. It's probably not. But you know, if you get some okay-ish artifacts, and then you see like there's an HP percentage as a substat, and then if you roll your other substats well, but like you got like 1 or 2 rolls that rolled into like HP percentage, might not actually be pretty solid, right? Might actually be pretty solid. So I do think Primordial Jade Card is definitely very good. Freedom Sworn. Freedom Swarm, I don't really have a solid opinion on. It should be okay. It should be okay, cause it does give you the extra normal damage percent increase, you know, which is pretty good, right? And also the attack percentage. It should be fine. It should be fine, right? We'll see. I think the jury's still out on this one a bit. Mist Splitter is going to be great because it's Mist Splitter, and it's you know, one of the best swords in the game that almost everyone uses. Obviously, substat crit damage is great. 12% elemental damage bonus is just straight up, just very good, right? And then yeah, even more elements, like it's just very good, right? Very good. And then you do have the normal attack here as well, right? So yeah, it's that he does. It should be relatively easy for him to stack the Mist Splitter's emblem, right? And then obviously his signature weapon should be really good because it's his signature weapon for one. I mean, not everyone's signature weapon's like fantastic. But like it should straight up be really good because again, crit rate over here. So I have that 12% elemental damage bonus. Hey, I just noticed that. And it's the same because they're sisters or brothers sisters. And then yeah, when nearby party members use elemental skills, a character equipping this weapon will gain 1 wave spike stack and then max 2 stacks. Effect can be triggered once 0.3 seconds. With the character equipping this weapon using an element skill, all stacks of waves spike will be consumed. To gain rippling upheaval, each stack of waves spike consumed will increase normal damage by 20% for 8 seconds. So obviously this is a pretty big normal attack damage percentage boost, which is why I do feel like it's definitely gonna scale on normal attack percentage, because I mean his signature weapon does, so I mean it'd be kind of weird if it does scale on like elemental skill instead of normal attack damage. Like it's pretty much normal attack damage percentage, right? So yeah, his signature weapon is definitely really good. I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna be the best for him, right? But just looking at it, it's definitely not gonna be bad. Definitely not gonna be bad. But yeah, I do think there's a solid amount of 5-star weapons that are going to be really good. His signature weapon should be really good. Mist Splitter should be really good, right? Primordial Jade Cutter should definitely be really good as well, right? So, yeah. Again, the other ones aren't going to be bad, except for, like, I won't even say Aquila is, like, bad, but it's just, like, it's still, like, a 5-star weapon. 5-star weapon is a 5-star weapon, but I just feel like all the other ones provide a bit more, right, to Ayato. But yeah, anyways, 5-star weapons, his signature, Mist Splitter, Primordial Jade Cutter. 4-star weapons, I'd say Amenoma, right? Black Sword is nice. Black Cliff maybe, right? And the 3-star got Harbinger of Dawn. So anyways, that's me this one. I guess I hope y'all enjoyed. Like, guys, think in the comments down below. Like, share this video, subscribe to our channel for some more Genshin Impact content. See you guys in the next one.